How many trips does it take before you feel like you're not a newbie in your RV?
If you're thinking about living full-time in an RV, you've probably got some questions. Well, we had some too, and now we've got some answers. We're gonna answer some of the most common questions people have right now. What are some questions you have? Go ahead and post those in the comments below.
We were total newbies, as you know, and we made a lot of mistakes, and we learned from a lot of those mistakes.
Frankly, I still feel like a newbie.
RV oven. The thing is definitely a challenge. Heat is not even. You can't adjust the racks very well, so a lot of times you try to bake something in there, it just fries it, like burns.
You burned all the food, the shade, the rum. Yes!
We have some solutions. I know some people that have taken their RV ovens out. They put in air fryers. They've gotten an Instapot. One of our other favorites that we had was a crock pot. A solution for cooking in the oven, because we used ours a lot for storage. You can go ahead and put a pizza brick in there. You can get a cast iron plate and put down there. And even on the cheap, just go into your Lowe's or Home Depot and get some ceramic tiles that are unglazed, and it'll help your oven heat up more even.
One thing you have to learn to do when you have an RV is to manage your resources, especially your power. Yes, you have propane, you have various ways to get electrical in there, and a big question people have when they think about, well, I've got a generator, I've got batteries, I can hook up to, city power. A big question people have is, should I get solar if I'm living full-time in an RV? And the short answer is yes. I installed it with the help of my better-looking, smarter, younger brother, Roy.
We are installing solar.
I could not have done it and would not have tried it by myself. He just kind of figured it out.
Look at those guns! Holy cow!
I've got a video I can make you on what we did to install solar into our RV. So if you want a video on solar, go ahead and post in the comments below. But do you need solar if you're living full-time in an RV? Probably, unless you plan on being somewhere with hookups every single time you camp. You're gonna want power. Like, the generator is great, but it is just loud. And you need the generator to run things like your air conditioning and your microwave and any heating appliances. They're massive power sucks.
I'm just gonna add in here too, kind of know how to read the gauges on the propane tank, because we thought we had propane. And Colorado calls, and it was very, very cold, and they were empty.
Well, here's the thing that women don't know, that there are no gauges on the propane tank. We're talking about solar now, so do you have something relevant to say?
I have something relevant to say about the generator, because the generator does run on gas as well, right?
No, it runs on propane. No, it runs on diesel. No, wait, is it battery powered?
I'm asking if the generator runs on gas now.
Yes. You want to have solar power so that you can go farther and longer and do more dispersed camping. We have a fairly minimal setup for our solar system because we only have 2 lithium-ion batteries, but with solar and on a sunny day, we can run most of our RV all day long without plugging in or without turning on the generator unless we need a microwave or air conditioning. Or that electric fireplace thing that's such an energy suck. So it's been totally worth it for us. Should you get it? Yeah, if you plan on doing any dispersed camping at all, yeah, you should totally get solar.
What's better, buying a new or a used RV? And honestly, that is a question that's going to depend on your situation. No matter if you buy new or used, it's going to break. Everyone always says, take it down the road for 6 months to a year to get all the bumps out, even in a new RV. A lot of times what we're seeing in new RVs, people have warranties, but they're really, really backed up. If you're living full time, you could be waiting weeks to get a repair done. I knew that I didn't like any of the RVs that were out there, the new RVs that were out there, and I wanted to turn it into a tiny home. So a new RV purchase was way out of the question because we were tearing everything out anyway.
I totally got a new RV. She wanted the tiny house.
He really likes the tiny house. He says it all the time. And he wouldn't have gotten a new RV.
Not married to her, I wouldn't have.
Want to marry somebody else and go get your new RV? Go for it, dude. Purchase new or used. This is the thing that you absolutely 100% must do. get it thoroughly inspected. I've heard of people buying new RVs, pulling out of the parking lot and going down the street, and there's an issue. If there's an issue, keep it there. Do not take delivery from a new RV dealer until they've completely fixed everything, because getting them to go back and fix it, it's a hassle.
Hey Leela, this is pretty. Can I fly my drone now?
Where can I go sit?
She doesn't like it when I fly the drone because I usually crash it.
Especially around all these trees.
What trees? What about Wi-Fi? In the beginning, we were just tethering to our cell phones, which is fine, but we ran out of data quickly because I do a lot of video stuff and I'm uploading these, 2, 3, 4 gig files to YouTube. So that didn't work. So we ended up finding something called the Peplink PepWave Max Transit Duo with an external antenna. And we got an unlimited AT&T plan, and it was okay, but our phones are AT&T also, so it's kind of a smart idea to have your phones with one carrier and your router modem with another carrier, so that if one doesn't work, the other might have a good chance of doing it. What we found is that the phones were generally faster, but that the router was generally more stable, so it was worth having it. The monthly plans for unlimited data are pretty pricey, but if you use a lot of data for your business, it's kind of a necessity. It was actually a little bit disappointing. I thought we would have better speeds, but I learned that the technology actually in your phone is better and newer than the technology in one of those expensive routers. So don't expect amazing things. Now, the only way you're probably gonna get amazing service, even when your phone has minimal or no service, is by getting an extension, an antenna that you can extend like 20 feet in the sky. That is going to help immensely. We didn't have that, but we should probably get that. Leela, should we get that?
I don't know. Sounds like Trevor's trying to spend money again.
If you don't use lots of data, you're probably just fine tethering to your phones. And of course, coverage varies depending on where you are and how deep into the middle of nowhere you are.
And when would coverage, like good coverage, might be important. When Trevor says,
hey, let's just drive down that road.
Like that's deep ruts and we get stuck.
Never been stuck. I don't know what she's talking about.
So Jonesy and Sapphira have been our travel companions, and that has been, they've actually done really, really well. There are places, a lot of the national parks, where the dogs are not allowed on trail. So I remember being in Zion's, it was really warm when we were there, and we were thinking, what do we do with the dogs? We can't really lock them inside all day long in the heat box. Run a generator all day long while you're there, not really the safest thing. So that day specifically, we got up super early so we could leave them in a relatively cooler environment. There's some things you can do. You can set up basically a baby monitor, dog monitor to watch your dogs. Jonesy would eat somebody if they walked in the door. So just leave your doors open. What if something happens? I heard about this on one of the RV groups that we're in. There was an alarm going off. Their dogs were inside. Rig caught on fire. So thankfully they were able to get inside because the door was unlocked.
You might think, oh, it's not safe to leave a dog in an RV all day or for a couple hours or whatever. Dude, you leave your dogs at home all the time. RV is just a little house, and if the climate is good, if it's
Absolutely.
Not too hot, not too cold, it's fine. If you're plugged into power, just leave the air conditioning on. If it's too cold out, just turn the heater on, man. They'll be fine. They're fine in their house, right? They'll be fine in their RV.
Yeah, just kind of make sure, like I said, that people can get in and get them if they need to.
Just use your common sense, or leave them with your daughter.
We did that for a little bit. And
That was way better.
We got him back.
Unfortunately. What questions do you have about living full-time in an RV? Ask us anything and we will actually reply to every question that you ask us in the comments below. Remember to get outside whether you live in an RV or not. We can't wait to share our adventures with you.